And hey, Matt, maybe you can help me out with this. Is when I go to the homepage now on YouTube, it doesn't show the live. It doesn't show that the live stream is now. Like it doesn't show it. But maybe it hasn't posted yet. Here now, so it's on. So I have the link now. All right. Good morning, everybody. Can we? Are we live here?
I had to switch back to my broken down chair. Well, it's not broken down, but at least the wheels work, and it's got my ass print in the cushion. You know what I mean? So
Tyler, good morning. Bunsal here. Good morning, John Smith. Good morning. What language is that you were writing? Good morning, Van City. How's everybody doing? Flavor here of the morning from the small cap side is this Nexi. Take a look at this Nexi. Woo! Halted here.
what's the scoop? What's the scoop? Fat drug? Sleep apnea?
I don't know. I don't know if this is a fat drug, but the fucking thing is gone here. Good morning, everybody. John Smith is speaking Bulgarian. Very nice. Max Wainwright, good morning. Big Bala, good morning here. All right, so let's take a look at Spy here. Obviously, with the program at the end of the day yesterday, that changed a lot. That just ran out of nowhere, kind of thing. Um,
Yeah,
I think they did it.
7 billion to buy mock.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
Huh. I also think that really screwed out a lot of people on those zero DTEs, man. That were on the sell side there. So that must have been painful here for a good amount of people.
Lucci,
We're
that,
all,
that was that same move that we talked about the other day. And I was at the end of the day, I was in the room, and as SPY was starting to break down and there was excitement among Steamroom members, I was short 100 contracts, and
okay.
it freaking flipped on me. And I was all of a sudden I was down $5,000. I've got everybody fucking chirping. I was like, fuck off, everyone. I shut all my shit down, and I went over and I had to have everybody out of my face. I shut everything down and I got every fucking penny of it back on that run.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It was, but I was fuming. I was so pissed because I was
That
like,
sounds like you were stressed out there.
I
Shit.
was fucking going nuts. I was
All
yelling
right.
at everybody.
All right. Spy here already kind of fading the move from yesterday here. Let's take a look at the Fat Man names because those were the ones that were the weakest here yesterday. If you take a look at AMD, already kind of headed towards those lows. Nvidia here headed towards those lows of yesterday. Another one that was super weak yesterday was the Google. And then if we take a look at that Tesla here this morning, they had that Cybertruck shit. Apparently that truck is bulletproof. Did y'all know that shit? The fucking truck is bulletproof.
Didn't they say that was the case? And then remember Elon threw something at the window and it shattered, and so they had to go back and fix that, right? Do you remember that?
I think they probably fixed that shit. Supposedly the listing price here is going to be about 60 racks, 61,000 or something like that. I guess that was a change in the price, but for whatever reason here, the stock here is down pretty ugly here. So after hours, the fucking thing just dumped out pretty ugly. So about 6, 7, 8 points. Came back all the way, and now we're back down to the lows here. So this thing's got an aggressive pre-market action. There's also been some flow on it, right, Jesus? There's also been some good bets on it.
Weird, because usually you get these the bulls speculating into these events. A lot of put buying in that thing. I guess they weren't too excited about that event, and it seems that way now too, right? Post event, but yeah, there's been, I guess, short dated stuff for the most part, but a lot of put buying.
Okay. All right. Continuing on here with some interesting action here off the open. The CRM still holding those highs there. There's a Spotify. What was the news on Spotify again, Chris? Shutting down operations in Uruguay. I don't know. This thing's down 4 points out of nowhere on the Spotify. I don't really think this. I guess they got a downgrade too. Let's take a look at BTC. BTC last night printed up to about 38.6. So it was one of the recent highs here on BTC. Already kind of fading it off. That coin here, it gapped up to about 130 here this morning and has already been fading this off. So, I still think there's a lot of late buyers here coming in, and there's going to be some kind of washout, but who knows when that'll happen. Check out this ULTA. This is the last one here I'll talk about before passing it over to Jesus. This right here is depressing for me because it proves that makeup is never.
What did you say yesterday? You said you liked the long because obviously it'd be painful.
I said it,
right?
I said it. That's what I said. That's what I said. And if we actually take a look at it, let's actually take a look at the earnings because I just like to see what's going on here. Alta stock pops on the Q3 beat. Revenue here in line with estimates, and they had a better EPS. CFO is retiring. Blah 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 blah. And other than that, beauty remain. Look at these headlines. Alta shines as beauty remains resilient. Fake beauty, you don't look like that, darling. You don't look like it. Anyways, so let's throw it over to Jesus here for some noteworthy activity.
All right, yeah, there's nothing really too noteworthy or different than what we've been talking about all week. A couple of things, interesting rate cuts right across the globe. This was from Bova yesterday. The rate cutting cycle is underway, my friends. Look at that, right? Sneaks up on you. And that's not always the most bullish backdrop, right? Because they're cutting rates a lot of times for bad reasons. But right now, it's not really that bad. And that's why you hear a lot of Goldilocks talks, a lot of Goldilocks talk out there as global central banks start to ease and go the other way. Equities and risk assets have been doing well. I think Europe up again nicely overnight. This is what CTAs look like. All right, general idea. So they dip short literally into the lows, and they've been pushing and chasing throughout this rally. They got a little more to add. So we were talking about on yesterday's webinar, hedge funds are kind of all in, right? They've capitulated. Retail pretty much, I would say, capitulated. And now you got CTAs, which are long, have some room, but I wouldn't call them all in, as you can see here on this chart. What else I got here this morning? Anything too interesting? The only other thing I saw that was interesting, this is my tinfoil cap version of myself. This is, again, you go on TradingView, Fed balance sheet, Fed reserves, you type in, get that simple indicator. And the market, Bitcoin sniffed it out, right? But risk assets bottomed and started to rip off that QRA, which was that treasury refunding thing, right? That nailed the lows. Lo and behold, the Fed balance sheet liquidity, see this move higher? And obviously equities followed suit. Now you got a little bit of a pause here, all right? So yeah, a lot of people who aren't all that bullish on the environment as a full-on risk-on bull market, nobody expects the Fed to pump in liquidity a la post-COVID and stuff like that, right? You're not going to see the Fed balance sheet rip to new highs. So what's likely to happen is you get a little bit of a pause, kind of more of the same as since last October, what we've been seeing, range-bound. So it'll be interesting if this stops to go higher alongside liquidity, you might get a more choppy environment. All right, so we'll see how that plays out. But that's it. We have December OPEX. A lot of people thinking you get more of the same here up until December OPEX. I think mean reversion, I think, is the way to think.
Okay. One other thing here that I want to throw out here because this is hurtful here for me, guys. This is the claim for GameStop. Or no, this is the claim from FTX. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I had, and you can see right here. I don't know if you can actually see this screen here.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the high screen. I want to see this. A second.
I have 16,000. According to this, I had 16,600 shares of GME short, and this was a December 30th contract. Now this was last year, right? And my cost was like $32 on December 30th of last year. Okay, on December 30th of last year, the stock traded at like about $16. Okay, so you guys remember I said I had maybe 200 grand stuck in there?
Yeah.
They valued the position. They continued to quote the position as like, even though the account was closed. You can see here December 30th, $16. They continued to quote the position, and guess how much money they said I have a balance of? 600 grand.
Wait.
600.
I don't
600
understand what you're saying. You never closed out the position.
I never closed out the position. They closed it. They just wouldn't allow me
Right,
to
'cause
obviously
they-
withdraw or
yeah.
get out. Right. When I closed it, when it closed, the stock was at like 29 or 28.
Right.
Right. So I was only up like, I don't know, 4 points or something like that, maybe 100 grand. So I had like 200 in the account, and they kept quoting it. So according to them, when I submitted this claim, there's 600 grand here in this account.
But wait, are you getting that now? What was the process?
I mean, okay, so check it out. There was an article from Coinbase here. I forget where it was, but they said that most likely 90% of customers will receive their
I heard that
back
Yeah.
at some time, right? So the
At some time.
the claims on the websites have gone up, right? So if you go to Xclaim, right, this is like a place where you can put in a claim for FTX or whatever.
Okay.
They're now quoting up to 62%, or 50%, or whatever the hell it is. So yeah, this is the
So
scenario.
you're filing paperwork, hoping and praying that. Well, I don't understand this. Sometime, what's that mean? They down the line, maybe you get some of your money back. Is that what they basically getting at?
Say that again.
I said so. Basically, you got to fill out paperwork like you've been doing, and at some point in the future, you maybe get some of your money back. I mean, in other words, are people's accounts there or are they not? Have they disclosed that?
Well, they haven't disclosed much, man. They haven't said much. You know, they haven't said much about it at all. You know.
You know what? So you sound like you don't really have high hopes of. Well, you know what it'd be like found money if you ever get anything out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll
That
see.
sucks, though, right? The GME short too. And how much total did you have there in the assets overall?
What do you mean?
Like what you had one account with FTX?
Yeah, I just have one account over there. Yeah.
How much did you have in it? 600 grand? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 600 grand is what they're quoting them.
Jesus Christ, man.
They try and serve you for taxes on that?
Great question. That's all. I mean, I have no idea.
What a mess, huh?
I have no idea how any of this is going to shake out.
What a mess.
Yeah. Indeed. All right, we got a minute here to the open here. Let's.
Yeah, you have Powell today.
We do have Powell today.
Here, hold on. Okay, Powell. We'll see if he walks some of this back. I mean, you got rate cuts. Everybody talking about rate cuts, and so far, the Fed hasn't been pushing back much at all on this shit. We'll see today. Fed Reserve, 2:00. No, wait, 11 a.m. 11 a.m.
I show him speaking twice today.
Twice. That's what I was just going to say that. Yep. So 11 and 2:00. Let me pull up my other screen. See what I mean? I'm lost on my screens here. I can't. Hold on. You got a small 50 million to sell at the open. 11 o'clock and 2:00. We'll keep an eye out for that.
ATUS announcing some new leadership appointments, including President of Business Services, President of Consumer Services, and Chief Growth and Innovation Officer. Alpha Tango Uniform Sierra. HMCL Hero Motor Corp reporting November vehicle sales of 491,000, up 5 of 26%.
You got a snow Feb opening bet. Yeah, opening Feb 230s in snow.
Remember, snow came out with the earnings here yesterday and still holding up here.
This thing is lagging. I'm gonna get X this out. So fucking annoying these legs. Hey, Jules. Come here. Sit on. Sahil, you out there? See, like, for example, the hedge fund, we got another update overnight, which I wasn't expecting. It's just so random. That's why I check it every day.
S&P cutting Worthington Industries to a triple B minus, the lowest level of investment grade for Whiskey Oscar Romeo. This follows the completion of the spin-off of their steel business for Worthington WOR.
Okay, let me see. That Vodafone VOD, they've been squeezed positioning there of recent Victor Oscar David. Got a little more flow there this morning. Looks like Jan 9s, April 9s. Yeah, path off numbers. Nice Bova note too. Bova bullish on it. You see that little move, Luke? Path, the Kathy Wood
Path,
AI.
yeah.
Yeah. How do the fat man names look this morning? Weak. Let's see.
David Faber talking about the journal story.
Alta here, dropping back out here a little bit. I'm gonna wait decent amount here off the open here just to kind of get a read on what's going on here. Nvidia here though, fresh lows, so 119 here on the AMD, fresh lows there too.
So NASDAQ again leading the downside early on. Ow.
You got Coinbase taking out the lows, huh? So where's BTC here? BTC now trading 38.3. I wouldn't look for it as correlation though at the moment in time. Let's take a dance around here. Banks here are trading up. If you look at JP Morgan, it is super strong, man. 156.5 here on JP.
Yeah, look at, you see the chart I posted just now? This fund flows yesterday, the largest inflow to financials since August 2022. Money coming into the banks.
John Smith is talking about the BA back to yesterday's high.
Baba, yeah, there's a little bit of flow, bull flow in Baba this morning. Into the weakness.
Baba caught a downgrade this morning.
Yeah, that stuff. You can have that.
So did
stuff.
Immunogen, IMGN.
Which one? Oh, the buyout one?
Yep, the one that you were looking at. Dell got a price target raised to $82 by Raymond James, and they've just freaking slaughtered it off the open.
Yeah, they had earnings. Down over earnings.
Might be a okay bounce play.
Yep. ESTC, did they have earnings? No, they had earnings already. That's an underbelly name, a decent underbelly name. What the fuck is that? Uh-oh, something happened there. Is that earnings? Earnings. Wow.
J&J caught an upgrade too.
J&J.
Yep.
Yo, this Boeing is on fire.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, when you were talking about shorting it yesterday, I was like, I see it, but I don't trust it.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, SPY here starting to head back up. Remember, we are still down about 7 handles here. Fat man names here are still weak. It's key
Diamonds
here.
are still cranking.
Yeah, it's key here. If they stop selling Fat Man, you know what's going to happen here.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there. UPST looking pretty good. Let's take a look at that Affirm here. Affirm here also back to highs.
Faster than expected.
Lee Hutch here calling out the ADD here. It's looking pretty flat. Home builders. Chris just called out some home builders here. Let's check a look at this. There's a Lennar here, TOL. Again, sector rotation, guys. Sector rotation keeping us afloat, awake, and alert.
Home builders, these fucking stocks, man. These home builders.
And
My God.
Let's see if the other housing name, like SPG, this is the mall property and all this kind of stuff, like Avalon Bay.
Yeah, they've been hot. REITs, they've been hot.
These names are all fine.
GitLab. You got some Leap buying. I like that GitLab longer term. GTLB. Nice setup there. You got some Leaps. What do they pay for those?
GME back up to about $15. Nvidia here's got a nice pop. Nice pop here on Nvidia. It's a good save.
Earnings 12.4 on that GitLab. Looks pretty good too.
FDX. Yeah, man. Snap and pins here just kind of, just kind of weak. AMD back up here to 121. So that was a nice dip by there on some of these. CRM. If you take a look at CRM is over yesterday's highs. So that's looking pretty good. Remember, pre-market highs is around 457 here. Let's take a look at coin here. Coin came back 128. Guys, don't short. Don't short in the hole here. If you're going to short, wait for the pops. Wait for the pops. Let's take a look at Google here. Google here, still the weaker one out of the pack. Let's take a look at Meta. Meta here again. No pop here. You might try to go with these. I'm all set there. Take a look at Eli Lilly. $600 again. $600. Market's looking pretty good. For anybody that was trying to go for the short for the program cover yesterday. Yeah. Comment here. All right, what do you guys got? Let's check back in with that Nexi here. Nexi is trading at $11. It's still halted here, so it hasn't opened back up. Performance Movement is talking about that LVS. Remember, there was some flow yesterday on that LVS, right? We had some call by.
Yeah, I played it LVS. It's the only thing I played yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Definitely want to find a nice little cheap stock for holiday season.
How long does it usually take the Gex tool to to kind of re-up from the day before? How long does that usually take? I mean, so far I'm looking at the SPX here. NF is saying Eli Lilly is moving because of Pfizer failed. So apparently Pfizer tried to get the FDA approval for another Ozempic type drug.
Oh, really?
And they didn't get the approval. They didn't get the approval. Take a look at Pfizer, by the way. Take a look at Pfizer.
That's been a disaster.
All they need is an Ozempic right there, and that would change the whole game. You would imagine what the board.
That's what we all need.
Imagine what the board is like at Pfizer. Get us Ozempic right now.
A little less than 15 minutes into the trading session, the Dow up 27, the S&P is down 4, and the Nasdaq down 41. The U.S. 10-year yield at 4.33 remains higher by about 0.75 of a basis point. The euro making new lows here in the wake of the comments from Bilroy. We do have some data expected here at the quarter hour. We're going to get the S&P Global U.S. Manufacturing PMI.
Boeing 234. Boeing 234. What a move, man! And we're over here trying to fucking short.
CCJ, some repeat buying coming in. Charlie Jack.
Real nice rebound on Nvidia. If you start seeing this thing over 470 here, we might be in
468.
We might be in for a much bigger rally here. Ron, what are you up to over there?
I think your trigger's closer to where we're at.
Okay. All right. iStyles is talking about XOM. And, okay. So let's take a look at oil here. Oil here it's not really popping back, but the individual names are kind of rallying here a little bit. Would I go long? Meh. Check out the Roblox here. Back to highs. Banks here look like they're kind of fading off a little bit. I bet that KRE is probably just kind of chilling. Where's that ARC? All right, let's take a look at the path. Path, fresh highs. Fresh highs on the path.
The path of least resistance.
$49.4 below the 49.5 expected. 49.5.
Yeah, we're reading in, catching a little spec play.
All right, is that ISM that just came out? Or no?
Let me see something that just came out. Yeah, a PMI came out.
PMI just came out.
expected at the top.
It's coming out. ISM is at 10 o'clock, I think.
In Mexico, the central bank of
Ah,
Congress.
okay.
Here comes your NVIDIA.
Each week data, October remittances data.
Nice. Who went long? Who went long that NVIDIA? Nice. Very nice.
Manufacturing.
Why is SMC? There's a secondary issue on SMCI.
Yeah, SMCI had a secondary,
Really?
right? Yeah. So there was some after hours news on that one. You take a look at pins here. Pins is looking still totally fine for the swing. Snapchat here is coming right back to. I like the dip by longs on the right names if you're able to get them. Shop here already kind of coming back. NVIDIA here hit the 470, so this is pre-market highs. Let's take a look at the GEX tool on the NVIDIA here. We're at the call wall on the NVIDIA here, on the GEX tool here. All right. So, folks, again, the GEX tool, what is it? This is the tool we use to measure gamma. This is where market makers kind of, this is kind of where market makers sort of not really trap these prices, so to speak, but this is where the attraction is on those particular strikes. And so you usually see bounces off these levels here because there's so much volume here trading on these particular strikes. Now, if we go through these levels and the call wall moves up, that's kind of a situation where market makers need to hedge. People are also rolling up. So the likelihood of this continuing higher is also there as well. But for now, we got a call wall here at 470. For anybody who wants to learn more about the GEX tool, move over into the Steamroom. And that will be that you can have access to all day long. By the way, it's a great tool to trade zero DTEs. So if you guys are trading zero DTEs, junkie trading zero DTEs, this is one of the best tools that you can use to trade them.
An oldie but goodie squeeze name, Wish. Kitchen some spec action. WYSH.
Spec it. Let's take a look at that. Nexi to see if it opened back up. Nexi has not opened back up. No open back up on the Nexi. Let's take a look at the GME. GME 15 and a half on the GME here. Let's take a look at that firm here. A firm here. I kind of want to short the highs here on this thing, but I'm a little chicken shit. As you can see, NVIDIA having problems at that 470 area. What are we looking at for flow? Anything interesting there, Jesus?
Nothing yet. Just a little action here and there. Nothing they're really coming after. If you want to go
Okay.
like that. Baba, some bull flow into the weakness.
Damn, you see the Baba?
Yeah. What?
Oof.
Oh, down, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was one of Chris's boys was long this thing, trying to catch a long on this.
Yeah,
Why is this thing so weak, man?
China's been a mess, but outside of that, if you're talking about today, caught a downgrade today.
Apparently, we got some. It's on the Momo scanner here for the Baba calls here. What's the price here? 72 and a half on the Momo scanner for the reference price on the Baba here. So, it's a T12 halt. All right, so Nexi isn't even going to open back up for a while. Then, all right. So UBS. Somebody threw out the UBS here. I saw the puts just come in for the UBS. I can't believe this stock is doing what it's doing right now. Wow. Let's check back in with those oils. Not really doing much.
You guys remember when China was the most crowded trade off that rip? Look at that. Look at that agony.
Then everybody remembered they're communist and all of their businesses are fucking Ponzi scheme.
It's swindlers.
Google's getting shithoused.
Speaking of Google, what's interesting is you got that mega cap tech trade is the most crowded trade right now, hands down.
Google, yeah, Google is getting hurt here. Meanwhile, that's one of the only ones too, so that's kind of interesting. Kind of makes me want to buy it, but I'm not going to do it.
Netflix down nicely.
Netflix had some. I thought there
Still
was some
going.
news on it. I'm not sure if there was or wasn't. Disney, that movie that came out, that Wish movie that came out, apparently it was not that well received. So you know, that's another issue there. Guys, I don't have much here. Spy Fade here. Again, that's falls in line kind of what we're seeing here. Nvidia here, you see faded off that 470. Shorting those call walls off the Gex tools is always a trade that a couple of people in our chat always enjoy. They do pretty well scalping those. Michael's saying so nobody liked the Cybertruck. I don't know. I'm starting to like that Cybertruck, man. I'm starting to like it.
What do you like?
That Cybertruck, man. I'm starting to like
You
it.
gonna get it? Is there a waiting list?
Is it what?
Oh, a waiting list. You gotta wait for it.
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question, guys. Is there a waiting list for this thing? I gotta get on a waiting list. That's a shame.
If you're one of the first 100 buyers, it comes with the entire back filled with a lifetime supply of Ozempic.
Oh, that would be huge. That would be huge.
Snapchat here and the pins here, just kind of dead action here. If you notice, most of the Fat Man names here are just kind of stalled out, so you're not going to get, any umph here in the indexes either. I also think the writing options here on some of the indexes here is probably an ideal sort of trade. John Smith is long some Nvidia here. That's nice. Aaron is saying there's 500,000 pre-orders for the truck.
500,000 pre-orders.
500,000 pre-orders.
So yeah, it's probably a waiting list. Like the Hummer. The Hummer is a 2-year waiting list.
There's always a wait list for a Hummer.
Yeah, I thought maybe I had some pull there. He's like, yeah, we could cut it down for a year and change. Get the fuck out of here. What kind of connections that? VRT, more repeat buying in that nice looking name. Victor Robert Tom.
Take a look at JPM, yo. Take a look at JPM. That's a monster right there. That JPM. Let's check back in with Coin and all these things. If you look at Mara and all this stuff, look at Mara and Riot. Some of these minor stocks here. Looking pretty good. MSTR looking good. Everybody's fucking super bullish on BTC right now. Super bullish on everything, actually. Let's check back in with that CRM. CRM now 255. Just further follow through from yesterday. It's kind of what we were talking about, that gap and go trade. 256 there. Eli Lilly 601. This is looking bullish here.
Yeah, ISM top of the hour. We'll see if it changes anything.
See what happens on the ISM. Fat Man is the thing that's holding us down. And other than that, it's pretty slim pickings here. Pretty slim pickings here. Business Insider is saying Cybertruck is a totally ludicrous idea. How you gonna say that when you have 500,000 pre-orders? It's a fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they hate.
So it's just haters. They're just haters. Think is talking about Alta. Yeah, man. Full retrace. And again, It's makeup, baby. Aaron is saying, anyone know how to calculate expected move price using IV? I mean, we know how to do expected moves just by using the common sense. BA 235, 235, 235 on the BA. Wow. Wow. Ranchero, what do you got over there? You got anything?
I missed an entry on NVIDIA as it crossed the VWAP. I didn't get filled. I tried to get filled at $1 something, like $1.15, and I got passed right by, and it went to $2. So I'm sitting here. There's going to be more spots and more trades, especially with Jay Powell speaking today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. It should be interesting. Notice the NVIDIA fade back down to about 467. So again, call walls here prove to work. Jesus, any updates on flow there?
No, I was posting out another note in market updates, but there's nothing.
Okay.
There are a couple of repeat names, VRT underbelly names.
Okay, guys, take a look at this GME.
Boeing, you got June 260s in the sweep here. Boeing
260s June, Ranchero.
I know.
260s June, bro.
I can't do it up here. I can't. I should, but I can't.
June, bro. Take a look at the GME, almost back to $16 here. Almost back to $16. Very impressive. Let's take a look at these oil names here, just kind of chilling. All right. Again, Fat Man here just kind of keeping us down, but everything else is floating up and looking pretty solid here. Down names still continuing. Let's take a look at that Caterpillar. That's another down name. What are some other big down names? John Smith is short BA and holding. John Smith, listen, man. I like it. Just make sure you have time and make sure you're light and you're able to add, man. You know.
That's tough.
S&P futures near the early session high.
Tricky.
ISM data, the euro.
CLSK Bitcoin play caught a lot of flow pre-earnings. It was down. Oh, they brought it right back. Look at that. So this is post earnings now. A little bit more action coming into that CLSK Bitcoin proxy.
BA feels like a big spike coming, shorting against 236. I mean, like I said, just keep it tight. And, take it easy. I wouldn't trade most of the Fat Man stuff today. You're not going to get clean follow-through action. Notice the Amazon just faded off those highs. NVIDIA here continuing to fade off those highs. You're looking at 466 here. So anybody who, you know what I mean? If it you gotta sit there and trade the ranges here.
The call wall on the NVIDIA was like almost to the friggin' penny. That was a great shout out.
Yeah.
It's a great exit.
No, absolutely.
And they probably trapped a lot of people thinking, oh, you'll get a push up to the 21 EMA. And it just, a lot of people are wondering why it didn't go.
A little more adding in that VRT. Got a couple people long this name in the room. They've been long. Stock's been strong, boy.
Watching Baba through these 7250s.
Matt here is posting the mobile scanner on the Baba calls here. The Baba, I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a tough one here. It's a tough one here to try to buy. Let's guys, if there's no movement here off the ISM, we're going to cut out here a little bit earlier, and then probably just hang out in the room here, wait for Powell to come through and bless us with some activity. There you go. ISM is out, and we are up initially. Program spike up on SPY here.
New orders
And then
at
we came right back.
46.7 expected. Employment misses at 45.8. Again, 46.7, missing the 47.8 headline number on the ISM. Prices paid coming in hotter than expected at 49.9. And new orders better than expected at 48.3, above the 46.7. Construction spending at 0.6%. Mexico, November manufacturing at 52.5 versus 52.1 prior. Mexico manufacturing. And construction spending, September revised lower to 0.2% from 0.4%.
Okay, SPY is starting to feel a little bit weak, but again, I wouldn't bet on big reversals here unless you get some serious action out from fat man names selling off and on other sectors selling off there as well. Great is talking about rates. Anyway, SPY here holding up well. It's holding up just fine. Let's take a look at gold here. Gold here continuing higher.
You got VIX lows of the morning,
VIX lows in the morning. That's it. That's enough.
yields low of the morning.
That's enough right there. Van City is talking about Apple flat. Listen, guys, the fat man is not where you want to go for action here. That is not where you want to go. You're not going to find it there unless you're quick on the scalps. Check out this EMPH here. Pop here on the EMPH. I think SPY goes right back to highs, which would be, or pre-market highs, which would be 457.
And you got buy programs off the VIX selling coming in.
Oof, there you go. Program up here, and now you're at 457. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. Guys, again, chill on the fucking shorts. Shop here, 73.
A little more Boeing short dated.
Yeah, let's take a look actually at BTC. BTC should be trading up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see BTC at fucking 39,000 at some point. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
We'll be repeating that agrees. There's been a lot of disinflation of U.S. supply shock. Speaking in the Q&A in a event in Chicago next week. And we've seen a lot of inflation progress from supply shock.
You got a little more buying coming into GM, General Motors.
2% inflation since
GM, yep, GM. Remember, this thing had the gap up a couple of days ago, and now still continuing to hold higher. The CRM, by the way, 257. This pullback here on SPY, you might be able to dip by this. But other than that, man, you know, this is scalping the longs and then moving to the right names. You got to be in the right names here, and then just quick scalps, quick scalps, quick scalps.
The price is paid coming in higher than expected.
Nice dip buy on that SPY there.
Seems to be capturing the market's attention there initially. 45.80 in the S&P cash market. We'll be seeing the latest inflation data were absolutely what we wanted.
I mean, Powell is going to just sing the praises here of the market and their decisions. Bruce is saying Tesla ripping. That is the worst fucking step. Bruce, I'm going to ban you for that. I'm going to ban you for that. That's the first time, Bruce, you've gotten banned in a while.
That is not defined as ripping. Nowhere close to ripping.
Richard is saying try the Cornwall short. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the GEX tool here on the SPX. Notice on SPX it hasn't reached there yet. On SPY, It's there. SPY, we're at the call wall here at 457. So as you can see, they've already bounced off twice. You know what I mean? So Richard, when you try the call wall, you got to get the price close to that call wall. But again, it served pretty well. It served pretty well for the scalps. GS here, fresh highs. JPM still looks good. Nvidia went down. Nvidia actually just dumped off this.
Yeah, hit that call wall and freaking they ruined it.
They ruined it. Take Profits is talking about the CVX. CVX is 145. This is still interesting to me. This is still very interesting to me. I still want it. I still do want it. I'm hesitant, but I still want it. CVX. Let's take a look at these one. I mean, these options are going to be cheap as fuck now at this point because weeklies here aren't doing anything. Thanks for that call out there, Take Profits. Are you in this at all? Are you in this at all? Thanks, Jesus, with the tapping.
Oops. Clicked on the wrong thing there.
Goolsby saying that he's not seeing any evidence that we've stalled at 3% inflation.
Sai is talking about coin looking good. Yep, coin back up to 130. I wouldn't be surprised to see this up higher.
Yes, a little more bull flow in that Freeport FCX.
And remember, they were hitting those. They were hitting those. They were hitting those materials. The FCX, the X. If you take a look at FCX, it's looking pretty fucking bullish today too. So more rotation there. More rotation there. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Alexa, that is interesting. And Microsoft and Google, right? Laggards holding everything in.
Affirm, some more bull flow there. AFRM.
Meta 2. Oh, yeah.
You got a little more BABA flow. December monthly 74s. Squeezometer unchanged. Opening read, and Anti-VIX had that rip off a buy signal late afternoon yesterday.
Jesus, did you see Ed wants ANET and path lines?
Who path?
ANET and path.
Path looks like some rolling mostly.
Commerce Bank CBK said to be seeking a wealth fund investor in Asia and the Mideast. Charlie Bravo Kilo.
Nvidia goes deep in the money. Puts again short dated weeklies. Oh, that's today's expiration. ZI. There's chatter out there on that ZI. Oh, from an M&A blog, ZI activist chatter.
You're 1.6 million on that line, that Nvidia line. That's clean, Jay?
Yeah, it's today's expiration.
I know, but I'm just asking if it's clean.
Yeah, I don't know if it's clean. I have no idea.
Where's Gex got that thing? Silver's, the put wall is at 460. So they're buying 480s. That'd be a nasty dump.
Let's see, Nvidia. Anything around there? Nah, it's just shuffling around in these names. They've been quiet all week. Mostly.
Okay.
It's still recovering from earnings.
This is what I'm thinking from a narrative perspective. If they've been buying the big 7 and the big 8, and that's the narrative, right? The only thing keeping this market up is the big 8 fucking fat man shit. What we're seeing right now is just if you look at Boeing in and of itself here, what we're seeing right now is a rotation back to everything else, which completely destroys that narrative of those 8 stocks are the only things that are keeping this market up. That's what's happening here. And that's why this market is so fucking strong right now.
Did you see that NVIDIA lotto play for today, Lucci?
No. What is that?
1.6 million on the 480 line for today.
Whoa. But why? Whoa.
Don't know.
So you want to get put to stock. They want to get put to stock and they just want to be short this shit. Whoa. Whoa. I like. And that makes sense because if you're going to rotate to everything else right now, right? If you're going to rotate to everything else right now and completely destroy the narrative that we're only floated here by just these weak names.
And I wish rip off the action earlier, small cap.
Nice dump back out on SPY.
IPT. Let me post the unusual activities because these are the names that kick in action.
I like that. But the way to trade it is not the way that you think. You gotta kind of swing this shit. You gotta swing this shit. That's a very interesting bet, Ranchero.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting bet. Silvers was talking about taking some 0 DTE NVIDIA puts. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. It's just going to be a tough fucking hold, man. I'd rather do it on the the swing, buy next week or something like that. But buying next week in the monies or at the monies doesn't sound that bad of an idea. The problem is you're probably paying out the ass for that shit.
When you got to wait 45 minutes because of J Powell.
You got old J Powell talking, right? I mean, the Eli Lilly punked out. That SPY call wall trade was great. Let's take a look at the Qs here. Qs are probably weaker than SPY.
The labor market remains very strong. And
Richard Vargas paid for the $7 trial already. I mean, you damn right. You did.
Better balance more here from the Fed schools be.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Have you seen this move to go along with your other grandpa trades, the CLF? Have you seen that? That looks like that's
No, I haven't looked at that. Let me see. Cleveland Cliffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All these things have been coming back. Freeport, Cleveland Cliffs. What about CCJ, that uranium stock? It doesn't stop. People shorting it, still going.
Listen, atomic weaponry has never been sexier.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this trade. Looks like that CVE catching a little more buying. Let me see yesterday's action. I forgot to check open interest. Yep, it stuck yesterday. So you got more buying in CVE Jan 18s. I like this action better than the initial. That's Underbelly Energy. Still pretty cheap, 35 cents for those. Wait, no. Oh, they bought the 19s too. The 18s are 79 cents.
Yo, that's CVX, man. That's CVX. The fact that it's back to highs here, that's even without oil. Nice dump on SPY here. Nice dump there on SPY. But again, most people are going to short this. Most people are going to short this down here and hold. And most likely, they're going to get fucked.
So for anybody looking for Underbelly Energy name at a decent spot, CVE, 3 straight days of buying there. What's crude doing today? Up a little. CTAs aren't all sides yet in crude. But they've been shaking out of their longs. CLSK, more buying coming into that Bitcoin play. Charlie, Larry, Sam, Kevin. Ripping.
Microsoft puts, yeah, man, nice move on Richard. Nice move, Richard, there on the Microsoft. Microsoft finally goes today. Oh no, I wasn't even paying attention. Yes, finally here, these things paid out. Those 377 and a halves, 375s here, 380s here paid out. Damn.
I can't even take a screenshot of this.
That worked nicely, man. That Microsoft finally did it. Richard, I think, I mean, I think you can scalp this thing on the way down, but they finally started selling this thing. So I think you're going to get some follow through here, man. You're going to get some follow through.
We got both GameStop and AMC seeing some more action.
That's actually on the Momo scanner, that GME there. So GME is actually on the Momo scanner here. All right, guys, 9 more minutes here, and we're going to kick out to the steam room here. Remember, Powell's still speaking, so you don't want to miss that action. Get yourself a trial here, and we should see you in the steam room here. BAC at highs, JPM at highs.
UPST, they've been chewing on that the last couple of days. Even last week, Utah Peter Sam Collins, some more buying.
UPST's got a long way to go too. And again, it's got a big short float there too. So you're kind of starting to see that type of action starting to come out here. I like this short
decent spot. You got to chase up $2 now, though.
I like this short fat man names off of rallies. That trade looks like it's working, man. And I like that Microsoft that Richard here called out. I think every pop that you get on that Microsoft here, you can starting to fade it out, because they spent the last couple of days not being able to break 378, 377, and now they finally broke it here. So I think you can look for pops here on Microsoft and short into them.
A little more buying coming into PayPal.
PayPal, another name, another name that's still holding. John Smith here saying try shorting GME.
That WBA, we were talking about this yesterday, hasn't even budged. Real big laggard. Walgreens. You got some spec action, cheap spec action in WBA. But again, risk reward wise, stock hasn't moved. Let's see. If you play the equity, probably worth buying WBA.
AMD is at low days, 119. Break on that AMD, guys. You see what's going on. Here. It's just a matter of working the trade. All right. Microsoft here, lows. All right. And the market's not going down. All right. So you see what's going on here. So it's all about being tactical enough here that you can rip some of these scalps off. All right. Or sit there in the swing here, which we're seeing with that NVIDIA guy, right, Ranchero? This guy bought 480 in the money put, so he just wants to be short. Outright, he just wants to be short. So
yeah, for today, that's not a swing. Today, you mean, right?
I'm talking about today. Yeah.
Oh, you said swing. You said swing. I didn't know
well,
what
he
that
is. He's gonna be short the stock at 480.
Whoa. Your definition of a swing trade is the same day?
You're not listening. When that guy, the 480s he bought are in the money. He's going to get.
You're saying he wants to swing the stock short. Is that what you're saying?
He's going to get put to stock. So that's why he bought those.
Yeah, I don't know why you think that's what he's doing. Maybe that's what he's doing. He could be just
100%.
Instead of shorting the equity loot for the day, looking to short that way via the options. You know what I mean?
Possible. I doubt he covers. I doubt he covers.
You could be right too.
I doubt he covers. Is there a way to confirm if he covers on Monday?
It's, what the problem is, it's so hard to,
it's too much volume.
There's too much volume, exactly.
It's too much volume.
You can't pick up one.
I mean, you'd have to look Saturday at noon to. Can you even get that information on Saturday at noon after they settle?
No.
You got to be Monday. Can't see it, right?
Yeah. Take a look at Snapchat. Nice call, Jose. Again, these are the names. Look at the Pinterest. Look at the Pinterest too.
Yeah.
So the whole narrative, yo, Natalia, our whole narrative that if Fat Man started selling, we were going to get a market sell is wrong. It's been wrong. It's fucking been wrong.
We're all wrong all the time.
It's fucking been wrong. There's your dump here on the market because again, Fat Man here is selling. So you're still going to get this sort of lackluster activity on SPY.
Yeah, on the indexes, yeah.
But
That's
we're
the
not
hard
going
one,
to but we ain't going to crash.
You know,
We ain't going to crash.
unless you, we were talking like Lucci, we were saying earlier in the week, unless you pair trade, you get short the NASDAQ and pair it off by hedging with something else that goes down less. Can you do that? Is it worth doing that? I don't know. You're getting a little too clever, right? Just not clean. You can't. It's tough. You're better off just not, scalping like you guys are saying. I mean, the NASDAQ looks tired. Let's face facts, right? NASDAQ has looked tired all week.
Yep.
Google's emphasizing if inflation was not on a path to 2%, even if unemployment rate was going up, we would not stop tightening.
Yeah, Jack, I agree. Like AMC, you either get a move or you don't, right? It goes right back to your entry where you own it. I agree, risk reward wise, and you know me, I'm not a big AMC fan at all. But if you're ever gonna play it, probably got as good as a risk reward as you're gonna have on that thing. Fucking apes.
Fucking apes.
Fucking apes. Yeah, if you don't get a squeeze, you get out, scratched, unscathed.
Okay, I just rolled on my pins calls on my daughter's account. I just bought a bunch of February pins.
You pushed them out?
Yep, Microsoft here, fresh lows. Richard, stay on it, man. Stay on it, Richard. These puts are starting to pay out now.
QQE versus QQQ. Oh, yeah. Wait, QQQ. That's the equal weight, right, GJT? QQQE. Let's see. Interesting. And what's the little QQQJ, GJT? Isn't that the underbelly? QQQJ. Yeah. That's the underbelly.
Look at how
Look
horribly
at that.
it
That's going
trades.
higher.
There's no liquidity on those things.
The QQQJ?
Yeah, and the E.
Oh, the E is the equal weight. Yeah.
No, I know. There's no liquidity on either one of them.
Well, I think the equal weight has to have liquidity because you have, you know what I'm saying? They have to make a market in that thing. You talking about the options?
Yeah,
What are you
I'm talking about the ETF.
So, but here's my point. If you buy the equal weight QQQ, you know what I mean? You can't, in other words, it can't move off liquidity. You can't, they got to make a market in it.
Yeah, you would only use this thing for swing or long term. This is not a short term.
Yeah. That's what he's talking about, pair trade.
I got you. Okay.
He's talking about pairing it off with the QQQ. You get long QQQE and short QQQ. You understand? You can't. How do you lose money unless you get outperformance from the mega cap?
Yeah.
That's the way you would look at it.
I got you.
I don't think there are options in QQQE, right? I don't think so. Oh, there are. Wow. One contract traded today, Montero.
That's what I mean.
Holy shit.
All right, guys, we're going to move over into the Steam Room. Remember to get your trials here. We got Powell speaking later on today. Should be a fun Friday. Already is here for a good amount of people here. Richard, man, big game ball here to Richard Vargas, who bought his free trial yesterday and is he's having a great day.
What did he catch? I didn't hear you. What did he catch?
He's got Microsoft puts, and he's got and then he hits the SPY. He hit the SPY puts from the call wall there. All right.
Jag, you got a little more AMC coming in December 8th, 9s.
That CLF is going now, Jay.
Yeah, these names are definitely strong. That's what these are the names you got to look off breathers and fades today.
All right, I'm gonna go feed the dogs. I'll be back before Jay Powell runs his stupid fat mouth.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the steam room here. Have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, everybody.